Essentially, transgender ideology holds that people can be born into the wrong body. It's simply not true. Human sexuality is binary. Okay, we know this because in nature, reproduction is the rule. And human beings, we engage in sexual reproduction. You need a man and a woman to do that. Women are XX. Those are the sex chromosomes. Women have two X's. Men have an X and a Y. Those are genetic markers. They're genetic markers for female and male, respectively. Okay, binary, that's the rule, and it's self-evident. Transgender, someone who identifies as transgender, however, that's not a problem in their body. Gender identity, all identities, they're in our thoughts. Thoughts and feelings, those are not hardwired, they develop, and they may be factually wrong or factually correct. The definition of a delusion is a fixed false belief. So if I persistently, consistently insist that I am Margaret Thatcher, or persistently, consistently insist that I am a cat, or I'm an amputee trapped in a normal body, I am delusional. And in fact, there are people who believe they are amputees trapped in a normal body. They are appropriately diagnosed as having body identity integrity disorder. If you want to cut off an arm or a leg, you're mentally ill. But if you want to cut off healthy breasts and genitals, oh, then you're transgender and you don't have a mental illness. Individuals with disorders of sex development are being used as pawns in the fight for basically a civil right to a mental illness. There's no such thing as a civil right to a mental illness, but that is in fact what we are dealing with the transgender rights movement.
Yo, transgender is the only mental illness where we actually listen to the mentally ill person. It is. It's the only one where you can actually say, oh, I'm actually in the wrong body. And somebody says, oh, okay, you know what? He's right. You know, you go to a doctor, you're schizophrenic, and you tell them you don't have schizophrenia. They don't listen. They put you on more meds. Nobody gives a fuck about any of your mental illness until it's transgender. And then it's like, oh, well, we have to help this guy. We have to help this guy by altering him and making him match up with what he thinks he is. I mean, if a schizophrenic person comes into you and says that they're a lizard person, are you going to turn him into a lizard, print on some scales, and like, no, you're going to look at it like it's, you know, with a little bit of empathy and possibly some sympathy and be like, okay, well, we can't do that because you're not actually a lizard, but not with transgender. We'll snip anybody's shit off or sew anybody's shit on. Don't even fucking care. The rest of mental illness, fuck all y'all.